Hey, honestly, I've been living on this earth for 13 years. I've seen a lot of shows, including cooking shows. I can tell you, there's only two types of cooking shows. One with a very good chef that's extremely good and doesn't make any mistakes, and the ones with the really bad chefs that makes a lot of mistakes. And honestly, they're not that good. So let me, Tobi Adelaide, present you a better series. A series about a chef who's not the best, but definitely not the worst. A chef who is funny. A chef who is named Tobi Adelaide.
Last night I was tired. I'm like, yo, who cares? I'll just record the audio later. Because, yeah, I was yawning. You could tell I was tired. So, anyway, I made my mom a Boston cream pie since it was Mother's Day. And I know they just looked amazing. This was recommended from Anna Hobart. So, let's get right into the dish. So, what you need to make it is 6 eggs, 2 circular pans, 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and some fluffy white and milk chocolate frosting in a mixer. And I have to make it in a hidden location since my parents' room is right there and I don't want them to see the surprise. So to start, I poured in my 6 eggs, as you can see, and then I mixed them for 1 minute. And I kid you not, this 1 minute felt like an hour. Then I added 1 cup of sugar, mixed that up until the batter became thick, which took about 9 minutes. And like, you see how fast I'm moving? Like, it felt like a century in there. Alright, then finally, you want to whisk together 1 cup of flour and half a teaspoon of baking powder, which is, I'm not sure what this exactly does, to be honest with you. I think it's like to remove air in there type beat, you know what I'm saying? Like, after mixing it for a while, you seed it into the mixture in thirds, because, I think it makes it more spread out to get rid of the air. Then you mix it, of course, in the batter after you do all thirds. And you see, the mixing part took another century, of course, as you can see. And I was looking at the directions because I wanted to make it pretty good for my mom type, So I just kept mixing and mixing. Yeah, it looked like it took a century. Would you believe me if I told you this is 600 times speed? Then I started dancing. I don't know what that was. Then I'm just looking around in pain. I'll come back whenever it's done. Okay, so finally you spray pan onto 2 pans so the cake doesn't really stick to it, and now you can just plop it out automatically. Then you pour into the sauce separately into both liquid containers, aka the pans. You might like to call them that. And as I show you, they were perfect. Then I poured them in there, and then you had to preheat it for 350 and time it for 26 minutes. So I was cooking. I'm gonna talk about the series. I plan on doing more Tobi's Kitchens, but make it to where I can't search up how to really make the food and make it more interesting. Meaning you should probably like and subscribe since it's like free entertainment. Anyway, after all that, I added the fluffy white milk chocolate frosting and I made this, an amazing Boston cream pie for my mom.